Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for being here today. You know, one of the most exciting things when you're governor is getting to get out into everybody's communities. And I've been the governor that's been a little more challenging for, based on what we've been through. But we wanted to make up for lost time, so we're here today with multiple counties bringing a boatload of checks to make sure that we are investing in your communities, in your families, and in your future. So today is going to be a really good day. It's great to be here today in Lagrange, especially with exciting news we have to share for Oldham, Henry, and Trimble counties. Today we're announcing 9 major projects funded by nearly $3.4 million from Kentucky's Cleaner Water Program. This important program comes from something some thought was no longer possible: bipartisan agreement in Frankfort. You know, if you look back at that last regular session of the General Assembly, I'll admit that it was challenging. There were some days that, for me, felt like a bad doctor's visit. I won't tell you what type of doctor's visit. But near the end, with this amazing possibility, knowing that we would receive over $1 billion in that fiscal year and over $1 billion next year, with a true chance at this historic moment in time to invest, we came together, figuratively and literally. We sat around the big table there in the Supreme Court chamber, largest building, we were social distancing, and we actually hammered out a plan to invest in our families. It was a proud moment that politics didn't get in the way of, and it's going to make sure that we can help every single community across Kentucky. That plan invested in so many important parts of our infrastructure. It invested in water and sewer, which we'll talk about today. It invested in broadband, the true infrastructure of the future. And it invested not just in our schools that needed the most help, but it put over $75 million into vocational schools all over Kentucky to put our people to work. To the legislators that helped make this possible, I'm not sure we see them today, but let me give a big thank you to them. It's good that in this instance we didn't see red or blue. We didn't see Democrat or Republican. We just saw an amazing opportunity for our families, and we did the right thing. Modernizing our infrastructure, especially water and sewer, is vital to each and every one of your communities and to us as a state. These systems can make the difference for economic investors. Trust me, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. We are on a roll. But to make sure we continue that, to continue to bring opportunity to every part of Kentucky and make sure no one is left out, every single community needs the water and sewer that can support that next great project. Maybe that next battery supplier that's looking in your community to locate. But quality water and sewer systems also make a difference for our families, which is why I know each and every one of our elected officials here today serve. Clean drinking water is a basic human right, and every Kentuckian ought to have access to it. That's a big part of this program, and I know that the announcements that we're doing here today are going to make sure that more families are included, more families can be healthy, and we do right by your constituents and by mine. Even better, just this part, the $250 million of this program going into clean drinking water is going to create 3,800 permanent jobs here in Kentucky. I'm pretty excited about that. But the collaboration that made this possible also required collaboration to make it work. And so to everybody who is here today, thank you. Getting these applications in required breaking down barriers between cities and counties, sometimes between cities and cities. Now, we do calls with mayors and judges every couple of weeks, and we're back to that. And one of the first things we said is those counties and cities that can come together, that can agree on what the major needs are, knowing that these are all needs of a region, will be the ones we'll be able to approve first. So to each of these counties, let me say congratulations, because this is just our 6th announcement. It means you had your stuff together. It means you were able to get moving and moving quickly. And because of that, your projects are going to start faster. You're going to see those jobs a little bit quicker. And maybe you'll have that next sight of the future ready when that next great opportunity comes calling. All the leaders that worked on this Thank you. These are projects that aren't given, they're earned. It means that they were ready to go, and you've been working on them, I know, for months, years, maybe even more. We just had one over in Scott County, which was 20 years in the making, and exciting to see. It's a testament to your hard work, and with that, let's get to it. Today, I'm excited to award nearly $2.5 million, but we like being precise, $2,453,263. You can tell the engineers worked on this one, for water and sewer projects right here in Oldham County. First, the Lagrange Utilities Commission will use $218,586 to install 3,300 linear feet of 10-inch sanitary force main, 2,590 linear feet of 24-inch PVC gravity sanitary pipe, and 12 precast manholes. The project is sorely needed and will reduce source points for pollution while boosting overall system capacity. Next, the Louisville and Jefferson County Metropolitan Sewer District will use $590,991, because the engineers wrote these notes too, to help construct interceptor sewers in an effort to reduce the number of treatment plants in Oldham County. Finally, Louisville Water Company, I saw Tim, there you go. Louisville Water Company will use $756,096 to install 6,500 linear feet of 8-inch ductile iron water main along Kentucky Highway 1694. This project will extend water service to an underserved part of Oldham County, one of the major reasons that we are investing. So if Oldham County Judge Executive Dave Vogel, your entire crew, if you'd like to join you, Louisville MSD Director Tony Parrott, Louisville Water Company Chief Engineer Tim Krause, Louisville Water Company Engineering Director Jeremy Rainey, and anybody else that I just left out but is a part of any of these awards, come on up.
On behalf of Oldham County Fiscal Court and the City of Lagrange and Oldham County Water and the MSD and Louisville Water, Governor Beshear, we thank you very much and the legislature for seeing the need for these expanded services in our county and throughout Kentucky. My good partner and brother-in-law, John Black, couldn't be here today. He was crazy enough to go to Orlando last week and came back with COVID. So he didn't get it in Kentucky. That's right. So he expresses his thank you, Governor, and apologizes for not being able to be here today. It's a beautiful day in our county, and we certainly welcome all the public officials from other agencies and our neighboring counties here. We're all moving forward in this region, trying to be the best that we can be a great place in Kentucky to locate your business along I-71 in our office park or that up in our neighboring counties. The governor's taken the leadership in bringing new business to Kentucky. The new Ford plant, or down in Glendale, is just the beginning. I've heard the governor say there are other big projects looking very hard at Kentucky, and we certainly hope our Oldham County Office Park and I-71 locations will be among them. So, Governor, thank you very much for coming here today, and we are always welcome in Oldham County, of course, even if you don't bring a check. But coming with money just makes it a little nicer. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, everybody. All right. Next up, we've got Tony. You want to say a few words from MSD? I'll take it back.
I'll keep it. Thank you, Governor Beshear, and thank you to everyone here, especially those from Oldham County Fiscal Court. We want to be so grateful to the governor and the state legislature allowing the clean water utilities to partner in Oldham County, bringing economic benefits to the county, customers, and the environment. I think the discussion earlier was about collaboration, and obviously up here in Oldham County, we've been so lucky to have a collaborative relationship with the fiscal court and with our utility partner, Veolia Water, to work together to make sure that we're providing watershed protection in Oldham County. You know, obviously watersheds do not know any boundaries or any political boundaries or anything that cannot flow downhill. And so we work together to make sure that we're benefiting the residents of Oldham County and leveraging these clean water grants to service the wastewater system and the wastewater facilities is going to be something that is going to be value to the economic vitality of Oldham County. And we appreciate these clean water funds to be able to assist us with our work here in Oldham County. Thank you very much.
Tim, on behalf of the Louisville Water Company.
Governor, thank you for this support. To the state leaders, we appreciate the support. Judge Vogel, it's a great partnership with Oldham County. Again, just thanks for the opportunity to receive this funds for the homes on Highway 1694. The residents of that area will now be served with water versus having to have the water hauled in or to pull it from a well. So again, just a thanks for the support.
Next, we have the Lagrange Utilities Commission.
Thank you. Hello, my name's Scott Treese. I'm the director for Lagrange Utilities. Governor, we appreciate you coming out today and bringing us money, as always. The project that was mentioned is actually going to be going on right behind us in this street and heading on down through here. So on behalf of the city of Lagrange, we thank you and appreciate the opportunity to serve this community and look forward to doing this project.
All right. Next, I'm excited to award more than $590,000 for water and sewer projects in Henry County. First, the city of Campbellsburg will use $539,014 to provide sewer service to a northwest side commercial district. The project will allow businesses to expand and create more economic development in this area off Interstate Highway 71. Next, Henry County Water District Number 2 will use $33,230 to help refurbish a cracked and leaking filter at the district's treatment plant. And finally, the city of Newcastle will use $20,000 to replace aging and obsolete water meters, boosting conservation and efficiency system-wide. I think we do not have County Judge John Logan Brent, but I think on behalf of him, KIPTA is willing to step up and accept these checks today. So this is Jarrett Haley on behalf of KIPTA. Certainly our districts have been such critical players in making sure that we get these in. Henry County Water District Number 2. You're going to hand that to him? All right, and I'll hold this one. Are we ready?
Thanks, Governor. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that the judge and the mayor from Campbellsburg couldn't be here, but Carrollton Utilities serves the city of Campbellsburg, and we're so excited about getting this project started on the other side of the interstate just to serve that corridor. So thank you very much.
All right. Finally, I'm excited to award more than $310,000. It is actually, I'm not going to short y'all, $311,106 for water and sewer projects in Trimble County. If y'all want to come up as we're doing this first, the city of Bedford will use $250,000 to help a project replacing 3 aging wastewater pump stations. The stations are original to the system. which was built in the early 1980s, and parts are no longer readily available for fixes, so this upgrade is crucial to the system going forward. Next, the City of Milton will use $55,000 to begin a multi-phase sewer rehabilitation project. As part of this initial phase, flow meters will be deployed to collect better data on the system's capabilities and needs. Finally, the Trimble Fiscal Court will use $6,106 in Cleaner Water Program funds to help extend water service to several families along Hardy Creek Road who've gone without water service for years. This project was also supported by a $35,000 Community Development Block Grant awarded last March. And we got one additional award for the City of Bedford, and it's a big one. It is an award of more than $900,000 from the Community Development Block Grant Program to assist the Bedford Wastewater Improvement Project. So I know we got Trimble County Judge Todd Pollock and all of the officials who are already up here to accept these checks. You are. We'll hand them out.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you to the mayors of Milton and Bedford, and Mark Bates there and Terry Roach. You know, we take for granted when we turn on a faucet or we flush a toilet, but those services aren't cheap. And to rehab the pumps, whether it's in Bedford or to extend water lines down on Hardy Creek, those are big projects. And we're very grateful to get this money, and hopefully we can keep going. There's still work to be done, and Governor, we're grateful to be part of this, and hopefully more to come.
Well, I don't know. I guess I better listen to my wife. The less I say, better off I am. I just want to thank the governor. I want to thank the state of Kentucky, Department of Local Government, Kentucky Infrastructure Authority, and especially KIPTA. They have been beyond helpful. I mean, if it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this. Thank you all very much.
On behalf of the City of Milton, I want to thank the governor and the state of Kentucky. This will go a long way in helping improve our facilities. And being a small town, we can use all the help we can get. Thank you.
So what an exciting day. But here in Kentucky, we're not just going through exciting days. We're going through an exciting period of time. One where we've ensured that we will never be viewed as a flyover state ever again. Where no one is ever going to be able to look down their nose at us ever again. And if other states want to keep making fun of our accents, we will steal their jobs too. Because I'm telling you, folks, we are at a historic moment here in Kentucky. And I'll tell you, when you run for office, whether it's governor or judge, you don't expect to govern through one historic time. We certainly lived through one in COVID. It's been dark, it's been difficult, but things are looking better every day, and I want to thank everybody here for their leadership in helping us to get through it. But we're living through a second historic moment right now, where we are seeing investment in Kentucky at a level we have never, ever seen before. We are going to end this year with our best year of economic development in our history. And there was that announcement that Judge Vogel mentioned. It's a pretty good one. It's the largest investment in the history of our Commonwealth, which we announced about a month ago, at nearly $6 billion. It's almost 3 times larger than anything we've ever seen, even adjusted for today's dollars. At 5,000 new jobs in an industry we know is going to be here 30, 40, 50 years from now. It creates an amazing future. And with there being no battery supply chain in the United States, and with us about to become the largest battery producing state in the country, there's opportunity for all of us. And I hope these projects help each and every one of your counties to get ready for it. But I want to close by talking about this project in a different way. Not what it means for them, but what it means about us as a people. You know, this wasn't some small company. This is Ford Motor Company, number 9 on the Fortune 500, largest employer of Americans. It is about as American as America. And when Bill Ford Jr. was sitting in my office, that's Henry Ford's great-grandson, he said, "Andy, this is the biggest advancement in the automotive sector since the Model T." That sent chills down my spine. But you know, when I got to think about it a little more, he's betting the company, a Ford Motor Company, on the biggest investment they have ever made. And when Ford, number 9 on the Fortune 500 list, the largest employer in America, decided to bet their company, who'd they bet it with? They bet it with and on us. Every boardroom across America is talking about Kentucky right now. Every nation across this globe knows not only where we are now, but what we can do. This is a game-changing moment for all of us, that we can look back on 30 years from now and know that we changed the trajectory of this state forever. And what that means for me as a dad of a 12 and an 11-year-old is that world where we've always dreamed that our kids don't have to leave our community or our state because they don't believe they have every single opportunity. We're about to change that. We're about to be the leader in the post-COVID economy and no longer chasing or following anybody else. So I hope you're excited. Yes, we're going to have challenges as we go. They're good challenges to have coming out of COVID. And yes, it's going to take a lot of work, but our time is here. Our future is now. And if we can do what we did right here, put red and blue aside, and focus on what's good for our families, man, every single state is going to wish they were the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thank you all very much.
Governor, thank you for being here today. Before we go, I did ask a friend of mine to come and tell a story, Jay Hall, about the lack of water and how he grew up without water. You know.
Thank you, Judge. Hey, Governor. So, first of all, I'd like to thank the Oldham County History Center for allowing us this beautiful facility to gather here today. When I was young, back in the 60s, we lived on Potts Lane down in Crestwood, Kentucky, a gravel road, a dead-end gravel road. And probably the two most exciting things that would happen is Lonnie Broyles with the county road grader would come through and grade out the chug holes about twice a year, and the water truck would come down to our house. A big cloud of dust behind it, big green water truck, he'd roll out the hose, put it in our cistern, fire up the pump, and fill our cistern up. Now, water conservation, I didn't have to learn about it. My mother taught it to me because every Saturday night, she'd draw my brother and I a bath with about 5 or 6 inches of water in the tub. We'd get in there, take our bath first, then she'd add a couple more inches with a shot of some kind of pink dishwashing liquid, and then she'd take her bath, and then my father would take his bath, and we'd all be clean for Sunday church the next day. Now that's how I grew up. My grandmother lived next door, and she always had a bottle of Clorox on her porch that about once a month she'd take the bottle and gulp 2 or 3 gulps into the cistern to kill the bacteria. Dad and brother Steve, who was about 10 years old, would go down into that cistern every other year, and they would have to clean it out. That involved taking a broom, because I went and talked to my father last night about it, so I knew I had this story right. He said they'd take a broom, they'd broom down the walls, broom down the floor, take a 5-gallon bucket, clean out the muck, and then haul it up through the hole. And you did that every other year. When I asked Daddy about it, I said, well, Dad, how difficult the job was it? And he simply said, I only ran into one live snake all the years I did it. All the rest of them were dead. So, Governor, I want to thank you because I know the value of good, clean water and sanitary sewers. I know our friends from Trimble and Henry County are here, and they've thanked you. I want to thank the Louisville Water Company. I want to thank MSD. I want to thank Lagrange Utilities and Oldham County Water for all working together so that we could qualify for this fund and this grant, and that we would have the money here today and to move our county forward. That's really all I got to say, Governor, but I appreciate it.
I know the governor has to go, so I'll take one more minute. Behind you here is our Oldham County Courthouse from 1838. The rest of it that was there is gone. We're going to pick that building up and move it twice before it sits on its final resting place, hopefully in about 2 years. That's a big challenge for us. COVID has been an amazing challenge for you. You found yourself at a very difficult place and time and space, and I think you've done a great job trying to lead our state forward and protect the people of our state. And on behalf of, I don't want you to leave Oldham County without something. Here's a challenge coin. This is Colonel William Oldham, and you can't do much with it besides put it in your sock drawer, but if you have a display of challenge coins, it'll be one more to add. So thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.